YouTube? Hey guys, we're back with Parman Haunted School Guard. I promised at the end of the last video that we would try this again and that we would come in and attempt to find the 5 keys and finish this game. And I'm nothing if not a man of my word, or at least I try to be. So let's get into it. Alright, we saw this last time. You're new here. Tonight, don't continue your work. Get out right now. If you stay, they'll know you're here. And if that happens, there's no going back. Okay, we can't skip this. We just have to let this run real quick. Which is fine. We're going to be, hopefully, speed running the first part of this pretty well. Yeah. Okay. Yep. So we're in it. We're picking up our items from the guard post. That's going to be our flashlight. Some stuff for healing purposes. These batteries. Our first paper. And then we're going to pick up the map. So if we look at our first paper scrap, it should give us our first clue. There was a message written then erased, but the imprint remains on the wall leading to the graduating class. So that's the same one we had last time. And if that's the case and it's the same first hint, then we need to go into the hall. And it was like right here on the edge of this desk. Bam. That's the schoolroom key, so that's the extracurricular room. Ignore that. So there's the classrooms here. That's our first clue. No, these aren't the classrooms. This is the... Oh shit, that's not the classrooms. That's yeah, this is the principal's office. So we round here, come around this way. And then this is the extracurricular room. So we can use this. And then get our loser. Yep. Okay. There's this. So now, I don't know if this is going to take us in the same direction as last time, because the first hint was the same, but I don't know if the second hint will be the same. If it does, cool. We know where that's at also. Its surface is cold, but the stone's base feels unnatural. Oh, I guess it is the same. I don't know if we're just getting lucky or what then. Now the problem with that is, if they are going the exact same way, we're going to very quickly run into an issue where I don't know where one of the keys are. Because that's what happened yesterday. But let's choose not to think about that. Let's just venture forth. Okay, this is a tree stump. And then there should be a key. The baby. Yep. A key on that rock. Now we go back to the principal's office. Okay. So far, we're speed running. Don't know what that was. Now, I don't think this is... No, this is a classroom. This is the library. Oof. Okay, that didn't take any energy or anything away from us. Um, that's class 1C. Okay. Let's pull up our map because clearly I'm lost. Class 1C is up top there. Okay. So just straight down here. We should get to the principal's office. We're gonna go in here and then give me 1 second. I'm gonna let my dog out because she's... I didn't know she was in my room still. Oh yeah. Okay, 1 second. Funny enough, I don't think that actually pauses. Anyways, funny enough, our third key is the same as last time. So we're gonna go pull up our map again. We just came out of the principal, so the art room is over this way. Now here's the thing, this saves us a lot of time, which is cool. But I also feel that means we're about to hit the 4th one, and then I'm going to be lost. Also, we did get here yesterday, like I said. We got that thing to watch out for the body bag dude, but it never became relevant. It kind of pops up the same way the baby does, but it doesn't seem like it actually affects me. I jump like a bitch because of the wind effect. Yeah, this is the exact same clue from yesterday. This quiet corner was never truly quiet. There's no hints other than the ones that cycle through at the top. Oh, I'm stepping on things. Okay. Does the sensitivity did go back down? Okay, there we go. This quiet corner was never truly empty. So yeah, this is exactly where we got last night. It took us like 2 hours to get here last night, but we're rushing it a little bit this time. This quiet corner was never truly empty. Yeah, y'all already did that one. I don't know what that means though. Because I remember us coming out here, we looked around. Like one of the clues says it's like it was put here deliberately out of the way of other people or something like that. So I thought maybe it was like one of the corners of the map like this, or over there near the what looks like a generator or something. I was also worried that that body bag creature might like attack us at some point. But I think that's it, and that's all it really does. Which, if that's the case, not intimidating, because it doesn't seem like it's taking our energy away. Now, what happens when we find the 4th key? Does stuff ramp up? That's why we're still playing this, because I'm actually curious about what'll happen. Alright, so we come here. We already know this was where that other key was, so it wouldn't be there again. It would defeat the purpose, I feel like, for there to be multiple hints that lead to the same spot. Especially if I've already found that spot. Yeah, so then I came over here to this, thinking maybe like this is kind of out of the way. This is a corner. It's pretty quiet. But unless I'm just overlooking something, I don't see the key. No. So this game has no save states or anything. I'm hoping in a minute it'll do its little thing where it... Yep, there it goes. The pile of items here seems to hold more than dust. That was the baby. It just fell through the world. Yeah, the pile of items here seems to hold more than dust. Now, I was saying this yesterday, I'll say it again today. If you guys have any ideas or concepts of where I should maybe look, hey, feel free to throw those out my way. I will definitely listen, because we got lost for about, I think we were doing this, honestly, we played for like 2 hours yesterday. Every key took us roughly 30 to 40 minutes to find and process. I'd really rather not spend too much time on this key, considering we also spent a bunch of time on it yesterday and couldn't find it. But I just don't know what they mean by this clue. The pile of items here holds more than just dust. Like, there's the hall for the graduation stuff and everything here. I went to the prayer room, or what was considered the prayer room on the map. The only other thing I can think of is like going through individual classes. But I think I did that also and it wasn't really there. I went to the library at one point, trying to see if maybe it was in the library, because that's quiet and dusty. Yeah, as if deliberately left here far from anyone's eyes. Right, and that's the part that I'm getting at. Like, it's in a corner somewhere, away from people's eyes. And there's like a pile of items, it says. Which makes me feel like it's not in one of the obvious spots. Right? Because like if it was in a classroom or something, that wouldn't really be away from people's eyes. And this quiet place wouldn't be like nearly empty. It would be... Don't cry. Yeah. It wouldn't be nearly empty. They're classrooms and stuff like that. They're not meant to be empty. Now the problem with this is, again, this game is not like super popular yet, so a bunch of people haven't played it, which means there's no way for me to get like stuck and find a key. If anything, if other people play this, I'm at the moment the closest thing to like the expert. Because again, I know the baby. Let's go, the baby. Jesus. Now here's the thing, right? I don't know if that's indicating that I'm getting like warmer or something, or if that's just happening for the sake of this being a horror game, right? Because like that's a lot of baby action. That kind of scared me right there. We're getting a lot of action over here. But a part of me feels like that's just the way the game is trying to up the stakes and make it scary. Like, we've been at this for about 15 minutes now, so 15 minutes is usually when a game like this is going to want to pick up really hard. That's a lot though, right? Like, I'm not... I don't know, it's hard to say. I can't tell if this is coincidence or not. But I feel like if it was coincidence, or if it was on purpose, then I would have noticed it very rapidly after I went for the first 3 keys with like no hesitation. But that didn't really happen for those. Like I was saying, though, not many people have played this game yet. I'm putting emphasis on yet. I imagine this is the type of game that people would probably flock to and play at some point. Especially if they pick up kind of the spookiness of it. I think the major issue right now is that, like, I'm 3 keys in, and it doesn't really feel like there's any consequences. The only creatures I've encountered are the body bag and the baby, and they both just kind of like scare you, but they don't really do anything to you. Like, my energy is still 100%. The only thing that I've lost is a little bit of flashlight power because I've left my flashlight on this whole time. Yeah. I remember Peso found one. Again, if I didn't already mention it this playthrough, or today, and you weren't here yesterday, this game was gifted to me by RTX Peso during one of his like sponsored streams. He threw down a gauntlet that I would probably be pretty good at it, considering my history with games in general, and especially like horror and puzzle, you know, and just general luckiness. So he threw down a gauntlet for me to kind of play it, which is why we're here. But I think the puzzle that he solved and the key that he got was something about like the prayer area. I don't think he got to this point. Yeah, again, it's the idea of it being left where like it's out of view or whatever. I don't know what that would qualify. I checked the guardhouse because I thought that made sense for like a... Okay. I thought that made sense for like a out of sight, out of mind kind of thing. Okay, we don't have a key for that area. Yeah. But as y'all saw, there was clearly nothing there. A bunch of desks and stuff in here. But again, I don't think there's nothing that's like alluding to it being a classroom either, right? I would think if it was a classroom, there would be some kind of hint about it being like a place of learning or something. just a bio lab. We came in here a couple of times. I want to say the last time we played also. And I didn't recall seeing it, but I'm going to do a much better, more thorough job of looking. Only because, see, like, there's a page to be found here. And if there's a page to be found here, then I feel like there could also be a key to be found. But that's not really true. You got a key in you? Yeah. No, I don't know. This one doesn't really look like there's anything in here. I can crouch, but there's still nothing really in there. I know this is locked, the computer lab. Yeah. This brings me back here. Nothing really on the ground that I've seen. Nothing in the computer lab. Okay, we got a little snack in case we needed it. Let's check window sills in the classrooms. Just in case, it's like a corner classroom is what they meant. What's our battery? We could probably pop one of these. Oh nope, we cannot pop one of those. There's another corner classroom. Oh, I thought we might have had it there. Alright, let's check the window sills. Nothing. Nothing back here. Nothing there. Nothing. Yeah, no. This area really, this one's really got me stumped. Whatever this clue is all about, I'm just not quite sure. Okay. Let's do a quick thing, right? Let's go make sure that what our boy Peso had was the one I'm thinking of. Because if not, maybe we'll find it. Hold on, let me... Let's pull up his stream. Yeah, his was like a whole different clue. Hold on, you guys. Never mind, you guys were good. Yeah. So, anyways, back to our search. So yeah, if we do get the clue for the prayer room, I know exactly what that clue is, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly where to find that key. Now, the thing is, we don't have that clue at the moment. So I don't know what it is that I'm looking for. This quiet corner was never truly empty. And then we did the classes, yeah. And then we came up in here. We went all the way through this bathroom area. Like there's nothing we can't interact with this. Hell yeah. This pile of items seems to hold more than dust. Like, it feels like it should be that one outdoor little, like, gazebo area or whatever it is. Not the prayer room one, but the one that has the chairs and everything like that in there. But it's not there. And I can't just like restart to try to shuffle out the items because apparently they're gonna give me the same hints if I start back over. Because that's what they did this time around. So okay. Where else have we not looked yet? Let's get back in. Yeah, let's get back in this area. So we've checked the classroom, the 2s. We've checked the classroom 3s. We checked the library. I checked the guardhouse. Well, let's check the hall again. I don't know why it would be another thing in the hall. That doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, no, I think if it was in the hall, it would just be up front again, too. I don't really see a lot of, like... There's not a lot of room in here for it to be hidden. Let me make sure I can see my chat. Hold on. Just in case anybody's in here. This one was deliberately left here, far from anyone's eyes. That's already opened. Yeah, this is the teacher's room, which we did check in here, but I guess we'll come back through real quick just to make sure we're not. You know, we have the ability to jump. Maybe it's high up. Maybe the teacher's room is what they were talking about when they were like, it's never truly empty. No key at the bottom, no key up top. There's the admin room. Make sure we didn't miss anything in here. There's a food item in here, but nothing crazy. We went in here. This was a locked room, so I don't think we should really be betting on it being in a locked room. And then we're back here. Like, right, doesn't it feel like... The last time I kept doing this and I was like, doesn't it feel like it should be here? It was. And I just somehow overlooked it a bunch. But this time I genuinely don't see it here. Did I not check classroom 1? Did I not check this classroom? Okay, let's double check. Just to be safe. We don't want to overlook anything. Man, this is one of those moments where like it'd be super sick if the game devs were like watching people play. They just came in here and dropped a crazy hint. They're like, hey dummy, did you think to check this area? Okay, we went to 1A, let's try 1B. Huh. There's a book here, similar to this one. Yeah. Um. Whole paper confession. What you got? Oh, this is the confession we found last time. It's in a different spot this time. Interesting. Also, the notes this time. I am never coming home. I think last time all of the notes were like, I am never coming home. They buried me underground. We found a new one this time that says in the forest. So I guess that's adding more depth into where exactly our daughter? Question mark? Oh goodness, that was interesting. But yeah, I think that's giving us more information about where our daughter is, because our daughter seems to be the person we're trying to locate. Like, that's the unfinished business that we have. Okay. Now, I'm gonna lie to you, Chief. We've checked everything at this point that we could check. I don't know what I'm missing. And I don't want to give up on this game because, like, I'm invested in trying to solve it. It's interesting. The atmosphere is good. It's just like the right amount of spooky for, you know, getting us started. But as we've seen, the keys are notoriously hard to find. And the amount of trouble that I'm having with this one, it's done blocked us for like another 30 minutes. And the only other place I could think of that we haven't checked is the OSIS room? The OSIS room? Whatever it is. So right now we're in the health room. If we go to our left, there should be the 3A classroom and then the OSIS room. Like, I look through trash piles like this. I don't see a key anywhere. Wait, is this the OSIS room? Oh, we've definitely checked in here. I think more than once. Gosh. I hate the idea of being beat by a game when all I have to do is nonchalantly find a key. Like, not even as a joke. Genuinely, I just need to find a key. This door doesn't open for anything. Another pile of trash. This is a pile of trash with a key in it that I've overlooked. No. We're back here. But again, we've looked through this so much. I feel like if it was here, we would know. Okay. Let's see. Let's use all of our brain power and try to identify. Okay. Just learned you can use the scroll wheel to switch between your light sources. That's cool. But let's use some brain power and just stop and think for a second. There's nothing in the prayer room. There was nothing in... I don't think there would be anything in the extracurricular space. Because that's... Yeah. The extracurricular space was this. It wouldn't make sense for there to be a key behind a locked door. Unless the keys are like randomized by stage, so it's like, you know, you'd have to open this one. Hey, little chair man, I need you to chill out. Right. Like we've been in the corners. I don't think there'd be anything else in this art room. This is one of the note pages that tells us someone's buried. We did the instrument thing already. Our 5 keys or bust is starting to look like the bust part. And I didn't expect to get on stream and bust today, but if I have to, I have to. Whatever gets the views, I guess. I'm sorry. No. Obviously, we're not doing that. There's only so many places in this map that it could be. How hard is it to find one tiny ass key? I feel like if we die, it might randomize the clue. And if it does, that'd be cool. But there's also nothing actively trying to kill me. Like, we've had the baby and the body bag pop up a couple times. But they're not doing energy damage of any kind. They're... I can't jump on this rock? Okay. Yeah, they're not doing that kind of damage. They're just chilling. You know, see, they show up, they give you a little rush icon like you're doing something, and then your HP stays at 100%. Was never truly empty. Like, quiet corner. Emphasizing quiet, that feels like it could be the library. But then this says the corner, so that makes me think corner of the map. But I've been to corners of the map. multiple times now. And that's gotten me nowhere. And hopping around this isn't doing me any good. Interesting, interesting. I can't tell if this is a bad look on me or if this is a bad look on the game. Obviously it's me. Let's be for real. There's the baby. There's a paper here. It was the guard shack. Okay. Beware of the lady. It'll chase you and attack you. Find a black chair and throw the chair towards her to demolish it. Okay. Okay, we're officially in the money, boys. Let's go. That's key number 4. I did not pay attention to where that key was going. Okay, hold on. This is the key to 3B. And then class 3B is... We're in the hall. We come out to the right? No. That's 2. Okay. Still to the right? Wait, 3B or 2B? It says 3B, but there is no 3B. Either way, class 3 is on our right, so we'll head to the right. Okay. Let's pick up a chair just in case our friend shows up. Oh gosh. Oh. Tough. Yeah, right. Oh, that's on one of the walls outside. Okay. A corner of this room still trembles with echoes of the past. Okay. Guys, we have one more key to find. If we find this key, we should be able to open up, I'm assuming, the computer lab, and then something in that computer lab will get us out of here. A corner of this room still trembles with echoes of the past. I want to see if we can get another hint, because that one is very vague and it doesn't tell me where to start. But, oh man, the sound effects are bumping. Now, I think it was class 2B that we were in earlier. that had a notebook similar to the diary that we're holding and carrying around. So there's a chance that that's where we need to go. It's not the prayer room. There's a chance it's the biology lab. We haven't really checked there yet. Biology could make sense because they dissect things there. A room full of plans, but not all were recorded. Okay. It could also be the administration room. Like it has the past students that were there. Or the health room. I think we're just gonna have to go for it. Okay, we do have to watch out for potential issues. So we need to go up and to the right. We're gonna take this chair with us just in case the devil shows up. Oh, that's the body bag that we were told to watch out for. Okay, so once you get to a certain number of keys, things really do pick up, huh? Because now we have actual enemies to watch out for. Okay. Let's head from here to the biology lab. Okay, that's fine. We took a little damage. The bulletin board seems to have once covered something. This might be the administration room or something then. There was a lot of boards and stuff over that way. Oh man, this got really intense all of a sudden. The difference one key will make. Is that the body bag again? I hate that. Okay, so that's the biology lab we just came out of. So let's head straight across. Okay, that does look like the body bag again, so let's try to go out of its way. The figure does look like a girl, so I'm going to say yes, question mark. But it's just haunted in general from what it seems like. A real generalized spookiness. Okay, so it says the corner of this room. So I feel like wherever we're at, it's definitely a room that we need to be in. And then it says something about the bulletin board, but there's no bulletin board in here. we're in the admin office right now. Let's run back to class 2B. This is the teacher's room, yeah. So let's run back to class 2B. Because make sure I'm not being chased. Oh man, you're right there. Which I think is where I need to be. Yeah, it is. Ah! Okay. Honestly, it might be your dog. Your dog might be haunting this place. Corner of the room. There is this weird groaning sound that happens every once in a while. It might be Oso. Right now that noise has been replaced by what sounds like metal being rubbed against itself. A room full of plans but not all recorded. See, I don't know what that means either. Also, I don't know if I have to worry about that lady because when I picked up the third key, they gave me the warning about the body bag creature. But it wasn't until I started using the fourth key that that really came into play. So I'm going to assume I don't have to worry about her. Therefore, I will not worry about her. This type of shit you say right before you get attacked by the lady you said you don't have to worry about. I made that exact same comment when Peso was playing this, which was like 2 days ago. Because the whole thing is that you're trying to find these keys. And there's 5 keys that you have to find, and every time you find like a new key, something a little bit spookier happens. So, it very much feels like a Slender Man style game. Which is cool. It's a old format that a lot of people aren't really using anymore. Okay, where's class 1 at? Maybe it's in class 1. I'm in class 3 right now. So I need to go past the OSIS room into class 1. Oh yeah, there's that groaning noise I was talking about. Yeah, we're looking for the 5th key now, so apparently that's just giving them full liberty to go stupid, go crazy. Okay, let's look in here just to be sure. No, there's no bulletin room in here. We already looked in there. Yeah, okay, okay. I wanted to look in this room because there's a diary on that desk that's like the one we're carrying, which makes me think that maybe this is... That ain't no key. That's just a weird texture. Yeah. Okay. Extracurricular art room, the prayer room, the teacher room, the hall, bio lab, the health room. The only other place I can think of is maybe the library, which was back down this way. But I also don't know if there's a bulletin board in here, but the corner of this room still trembles with echoes of the past. Extracurricular, the art room, the canteen? No, there was no billboard in there, or bulletin board. It feels like it should be, I really feel like it should be the admin room, but I went in there and I didn't see anything. Where am I at right now? I'm in the library, so we have to run across the basketball court. Yeah. Like, this game is interesting, and it's definitely picking up now that I found more keys and there's actually something that can hurt me. But the biggest issue I've had with this game so far is that there's a lot of just hunting sessions where you have to try to find the key based on the hint that they're giving you, and they're not always super obvious. Oh wow, it quieted down a little bit. Okay. I apologize. Room full of plans, but not all were recorded. A corner of this room. Echoes of the past. And then what was the last one? Because they always give you 3 hints. It really is just going stupid, going crazy in here. This one little piano or violin string that they're playing. No, so it may be. I won't say no entirely. But a lot of it has been like, those rooms are unfolding the story, but the hints will take you to completely different areas of the school. So like, I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but it's been the standard so far for it to not be in the same place that you just unlocked. The bulletin board seems to have once covered something. Like, it feels like it should be a classroom based on the phrasing and everything. The bulletin board seems to have once covered something. Like, covered it physically or covered it metaphorically? Like, you had the class topic on it, kind of thing. I don't know. Yeah. I said this game can be a little confusing at times. There's definitely a lot of... I've tried to interact with a couple of the boards, like these, but they're not really interactable. So I'm assuming it might be one of the classrooms where a board is fallen over. But let's try your theory. Where was that classroom at? Was it this one? No. So I was thinking maybe one of these boards. Like, there's a bunch of boards out here. But nah. Still trembles with echoes of the past. Just thinking like these ones where like the map is falling over maybe, but those don't seem to lead anywhere. And yeah, I can't really interact with a lot of these boards. One B. Can't really knock this over. We came in this room earlier. This was one of the ones we unlocked. And there's no key in this one, but yeah. We're back on the hard part of this game, which is trying to find the small key. Take that so we can heal a little bit. Also did not like the sound of that motherfucker eating. I think we already did this room. I need to get back to class 3, I believe. Yeah. Any chances it's in class 3A? Checking the windowsills just in case. I've also noticed our little body bag friend has disappeared. Okay, so this room here, this was the, oh gosh. Yeah, I haven't seen our body bag friend in a minute either. Yeah. Which is kind of the crazy part, because if you die, then the game resets its clues or whatever. But also, we're 4 keys in trying to find the 5th key right now. And there's not really a lot happening. So, I haven't really felt like I was in danger at any point. Which I guess is cool from the perspective of like, take your time, you can find these keys, you got this. But from the perspective of somebody who is playing a scary game, not a very scary game. I don't find myself scared by the availability of time and the abundance of time. But the fact that I've got another key down and I'm further than before really makes me want to finish this game. I just don't know what I would be looking for. We've gone through the classes. I've gone through the teacher's room and the admin room. I could double check the art room again, and maybe the extracurricular room, which are where exactly? They're behind the teachers. Is that this way? One more check in here. Yeah, that's my assumption. We have a bulletin board, which I don't know what they're identifying as bulletin boards either. Is it like these are the bulletin boards? Or is it more of a like they're talking about the blackboards kind of thing? Like, see, there's plenty of bulletin boards around, like this one. There's no key behind here. Or under here. There's this one. But it looks like the same story. There's no key. These are rooms from like way earlier that were locked and became part of the story. But I don't think they would have keys in them based on what I've seen so far. Because the clues can be randomized. I thought I saw something. Yeah. The keys can be randomized. So after you die, it says that like the hints and the keys and everything can be changed around and it's going to be like a different run, which I know is true because when Peso was playing this, he had a different first key than I had. But in that same vein, or by that logic, I don't think it would be like you know, I don't think a key would be in a locked room because you wouldn't be able to get it if it was your first key. And they could program it so that it's like you only get this hint if you've obtained X amount of keys, maybe. But I think they'd probably play it safer than that and just not. Yeah. That's kind of the worst part about this whole thing right now. Is that, like, yeah, I've spent a lot of time looking for keys. We started this stream roughly an hour and 20 minutes ago. I spent about an hour looking for the last key that we just found. This is just this room again. And that key was like inconspicuously placed on the outside of the guard room. A room full of plans, but not all were recorded. Ooh. Okay. That one actually hurt. I came out of there too fast. I thought this was the lady and that she was going to attack us, and I got nervous. Yeah, man. Like I said, I convinced myself that I really wanted to try to finish this, but these keys are becoming very troublesome to deal with, and I'm afraid it's losing momentum and energy very quickly. I thought that the same logic that I used for the first couple of keys would propel me forward to this point. And I got really cautious about, like, keeping my eyes open and searching areas. But apparently not cautious enough. Okay. Bulletin board seems to have once covered something. It's a place where plans were made, but not all were recorded. And the corner of it still holds echoes or trembles with echoes of the past. Like, call me crazy, but that feels like a teacher's lounge or an administration room that would cover those kind of things. But clearly not. Wait, there's not even a billboard or a bulletin board in this one. So now I'm just listening to intense violin strings and trying to find a key that is very loosely being hinted at. Yeah, that's part of one of the like 3 hints they keep circling as time goes by. It says a room full of plans, but not all were recorded or something like that. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. This also tells me that there's more than 5 clues, because Peso had one that was completely different from the 5 that I've had so far. And I was really hoping that I would have the same one as him at some point, so that I would have a freebie. Yeah, there it is. A room full of plans, but not all were recorded. But I don't know what that means. Ooh. A corner of this room still... Is it the toilet that's over here? Where that bloody bag is? No. God, I thought that was a good idea too. The issue is, it says a corner of this room, and a room full of plans. So it's not like the other ones where they were outside. This one should actually be in a room. But I feel like I've looked through every room. The only room I haven't looked through is this one, because it's locked. I was thinking like a biology lab kind of fits the idea, right? Like there's plans. They might not all be recorded because of scientific discovery reasons. Echoes of the past. Like... not that I remember. So this is our map here. We've got art, we've got extracurricular, we've got a prayer room, we have the teacher, the admin, the principal, the canteen, which I'm assuming is like the cafeteria. There's the hall, which is mostly like a graduation hall. We've been there. There's the guardhouse. There's the, was it 9 classrooms? There's a library. There's the OSIS room. There's the biology lab, and then there is the computer lab and the health room, which is like the nurse's office from the look of it. But I've been to like every room at this point, which makes me feel like I've just overlooked something potentially easy. And our little friend isn't showing up anymore, so I can't even like let them kill me so that I can reset the hints or something. They don't have like a bunch of shelves that open or anything like that either. I think when you die, you lose the keys and it like starts you over. But the benefit would be that if you found a key, you would know what hint, like what hint is alluding to what key, so you can just go back and find it really quick. Because when we started the stream today, that's what I did was, I got 3 hints that I already knew again, so I just ran and picked them all up real quick, and then we found the 4th key. Now the other problem is, this game doesn't have a autosave or a save of any kind either. So if I stop playing this right now, the game will start over the next time that I start it. I'll have 0 keys. I'm genuinely at the point where I'm like scanning the outside of these buildings to see if there's a key on the ledge, because that's where I found one before. Did something happen in the library? Not to my knowledge. The only place that I know of that something like occurred was, and this is according to the lore and the notes and everything, there was something that happened in that one bathroom. But the problem with that is, we looked in there, we saw the bag, that's it. There's a confession note that we picked up at one point that says something about being like pushed down the back stairs, but there are no stairs here that I could find. Yeah, I think if I hit the 2-hour point, I think I'm just gonna call it, which means I'm giving myself roughly 30 minutes to try to find this last key. Where am I? What room is this? Is this the... This is the canteen. Why is it in the canteen? Oh no, this is the OSIS room. Bro, there is nothing in here that makes this make sense. But okay. Okay, OSIS room, which means we need to come out. We need to come out of here, head down past the library to the computer room. We're gonna pick this up in case the lady comes to try to get us. Wait. Computer lab is this way. Okay, cool. I don't know how I was supposed to recognize that that was the OSIS room or what even that is, but we've done it. We found it. Shout out to that. Ooh. Yeah, that was the key we were looking for. Oh! Hey man, chill out. I need this key right here. Oh, is that her? We need to go that way, don't we? Okay, we're going this way. We gotta get back to the front and get out of here. Yeah. Yeah, screw you, lady. Free me. Oh. Oh. There's a cutscene. Oh, this is the underground area. Is this what they were talking about? Where somebody was like trapped and buried underground? That was our daughter, if I'm not mistaken. That's underground. What the fuck? Oh! Oh! What? He killed somebody else and was in a mental hospital and then was grieving his actions and also I guess his daughter. There are names that were erased from the official records. Is this based on like a true story or something? Hold on. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. I don't actually know what that was about. I mean, like, hell yeah, I guess. The ending was a little confusing. I think that's the end of the game, right? Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? That was a fun game. It was interesting. I don't think there's a lot of games I've played that are like this. If I had to give any feedback and like if the developers were to see this, I would just maybe make it so that you're being chased more. Like maybe the monsters should start coming out by the like second or third key. Because it wasn't until I used the fourth key that the body bag creature started attacking me. And it was like the fifth key right before I left when the lady started attacking. So I think if we just ramped up the occurrences, it'd be fun. It would also add more stakes to the game. But that was fun. I enjoyed it. There were some difficult ways to find a key. Maybe highlight the items a little bit so that they're easier to see. Because I definitely walked into the OSIS room and probably like walked right by that key more than once. Which is also something that I did yesterday with one of the other keys. I just happened to wander into it because I was like desperately looking around. I feel like the game heard me say that if I didn't find it in the next like 30 minutes, I was going to quit. And it was like, here's the key, take this. It's okay, I know what you meant. Hopefully they don't blow my chat up for that. But yeah, that was a really fun game. I enjoyed it despite the flaws. I don't know if this developer has made like other things or if this was their first real game or whatever, but hopefully they keep making them and they put out some more good stuff. Everybody, let RTX Peso know that the gauntlet was accepted and that I have beaten the game, and that now it's his turn to do the same. Yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for coming out. Thanks, Kat, for coming and speaking and talking. I enjoyed your company for that last little bit of the key search. I haven't played the Saw game, but I've seen people play it, if that makes sense. Yeah. I've heard mixed review. I'm lying. I've heard it's a pretty like badly developed game, but that people enjoy it for the jankiness and not for it being a good game.